As Jim Bug once said, I thought I was pretty cool until I realized that plants can eat sun and poop air. According to dictionary.com, a houseplant is defined as an ornamental plant that is grown indoors and adapts well to indoor culture. A houseplant is basically just an umbrella term for any plant that lives indoors. There's no scientific name for a houseplant because there's so many different species that fall under the houseplant category. Houseplants can range in all different size, shapes, and colors, and there are so many subcategories of what people call a houseplant. Houseplant care is described as the act of growing houseplants and ensuring that they have the necessary conditions for survival and continuing growth. Houseplants also serve a purpose in psychological benefits. So the things to remember are the different types of houseplants, caring and keeping of houseplants, and benefits of houseplants, exploring their beauty and beyond. So why should I care what type of houseplant I buy? Well, houseplants come in all different varieties. They're derived from tropic plants because tropic plants tend to do well in drier and warmer conditions. Houseplants have been around for hundreds of years. The Greeks and Romans invented potted plants, and greenhouses became a really big deal after the book The Garden of Eden by Platt was released, because that's when greenhouses gained popularity in England. The largest subspecies of houseplants are flowering houseplants, which are essentially just any plant that grows flowers, climbers and trailers, which are the types of plants that you see that hang down from pots a lot of times, or grow along the ground, herbs, which are houseplants that you can eat, such as sage, lavender, rosemary, and then succulents and cacti, which are really low maintenance plants that tend to grow in drier climates. It's what you think of when you see a cactus. Things to look for when you're shopping for houseplants are make sure that they have white roots, unless you know that the species specifically you're looking for has brown roots. Also make sure that you get plants that are healthy, because if not, more than likely they're already dead and you don't want to set yourself up for failure. If all these plants are so different, how will I begin to know how to care for them? Well, plant care depends greatly on the type of plant that you're growing, and there's several factors that go into it when you're thinking about a specific type of plant care. Watering, some plants require water every day, such as herbs, whereas other plants, such as succulents, only need water once or twice every 2 weeks. Fertilizing, light, and humidity, all of these just depend on the type of plant that you're growing. Some of them require little to no fertilizer, whereas others require lots of fertilizers. Light, too much can cause some plants to wilt, not enough can cause other plants to wilt. Temperature is another really big factor, especially if you're keeping plants outside, because of danger of frost. Now, plants require further maintenance besides these everyday factors, such as repotting. If you buy a plant when it's small and then it grows, you're going to have to place it in a bigger pot. Pruning and deadheading is cutting off the dead parts of a plant to make sure that it doesn't spread to the rest of the plant. If you're caring for plants while you're away or traveling, self-watering ricks are available, and also creating your own greenhouse effect by placing a bag over your plant to ensure that the moisture doesn't get released. Well, why should I buy a houseplant? They've been proven to have psychological benefits and improve mental health. During COVID-19, people weren't able to go to public greenery spaces anymore, so they had to recreate it at home. According to Zambovich, potted plants indoors have been proven to reduce stress, physical discomfort, anxiety, and depressive symptoms. Houseplants have also been proven to improve indoor air quality. Forest bathing is very popular in Asia. This is essentially when people go outside and spend lots of time in nature, and it's been proven to improve your immunity, and individuals who spend more time around plants have improved physical effects. The long-lasting effects on body immunity and human health are due to the biological VOCs, which are emitted by aerosol constituents. VOCs trigger biological processes in your body with health protective effects. Now, there's a lot more to plants than meet the eye. There are more types of plants than just regular flowers. Even though there's a lot of care and upkeep to plants, they provide lots of benefits. Even though you're putting in lots of work, just know you're improving your own physical and mental health because of it. The next time you spot a plant indoors, just think about how much more there is to them than the initial beauty that meets the eye.